This is Federico, and this is a short video in response to a question that was asked on Facebook about how to design an earring like this one. So I see three different elements here. One is the shape of the heart. Then the other one is the little hole for where the finding is going to be attached, or the jump ring. And then finally, there's the text. So let me show you how I would go about doing that in Cuttle. So let me get a blank canvas, and I'm going to start with the heart, because that's going to be the enclosing shape. So I'm going to search for that shape here in the search box. And there is a heart, and I'm going to place it right in the middle of my canvas. So I think the size should be about 1.5 inches. So I'm going to change that scale to be 1.5 inches. And then we want to give that heart some thickness. So the easiest way to do that is to change the stroke. So instead of a hairline that is the default, I'm going to uncheck that. And that gives me the option to give that heart some width by changing that number. I think that looks about right. Then let's do that hole for the finding. That's just going to be a circle. So I'm going to grab a circle from the left-hand side and place it roughly where I want it. And then I know that something like a 0.1 inch circle should work for that. And then I'm going to do the same trick. I'm going to change its stroke, uncheck the hairline so it has some width. But of course, here we run into a bit of a problem, which is now the hole is obscured. So what I'm going to do here is going to change the alignment of the stroke to be on the outside. So if you see the alignment thing here, I'm going to go to outer. And so that gives that thickness, but it maintains the size of that inner hole. And that's very convenient. So I think this looks good. Now let's tackle that text. So because we want everything to be connected in a single shape, I'm going to search for connected text. There is that. And I'm going to place it right here. It's going to have to be a bit smaller, but let's start by changing the alignment to center. I can grab it from the center, I place it here. And I'm going to type the word that I want. So let's do this example that was requested. And then let's change the size so it fits inside of the heart and both sides of it are touching. Of course, with words, you always, perfectly centered is not always going to work. So you can like move it around to see where it looks good. I'm using my arrow keys to do the nudging. And I want this part to be connected and this part to be connected as well. And then finally, I'm going to give the word a fill so I can join it all together. So I'm going to make it the same color. Let's make it black. And I think that looks pretty good. Actually, I'm going to move it down a tiny bit. I think it looks good. And the final touch here is to get it ready for laser cutting. So I'm going to select everything with this window selection. And then I'm going to go to modify. And there is a very convenient modifier called flatten that takes everything that is the same color and joins it together or welds it. So I'm going to hit flatten. And it looks like nothing happened. But if I check the stroke result, you'll see that the green outline shows me what it's going to be the cut. So I think this is this looks good. So you could stop watching now. I think with this technique you can go ahead. But I'm going to do another quick one just to recap. So let's do a star. That was sort of asked in the comments there. So I'm going to grab a star shape, which is one of the default shapes. Once again, make it about 1.5 inches. I'm going to change the hairline to have some thickness. Let's zoom in to look at it. And then let's give it another hole so we can place that finding. Again, the alignment of the stroke should be on the outer section. So I'm going to move it up. And then I want some text. So I'm going to use that connected text again. It's really big for that star. And I'm just going to write the word so I can work with it. So I'm going to do shine for a shining star. Let's make this size a bit smaller. Alignment to center. Place it roughly where I want it. And I think it is a cool design feature to slant it a little bit. So I'm going to change the angle. Make it a bit smaller. You can probably do a better job at designing this one, but I guess this is a good example. So let's give it a fill. It's not readable, so I'm just gonna make it small. All right, we have a shining star. And I'm gonna finish it by doing the same operation. Actually, maybe we want those corners rounded, so I can change the join to round. It kind of rounds it nicely. So I'm gonna select everything and finish it with that flatten modifier. Let's look at the stroke result. And I can go ahead and cut this one as is. So I hope this was helpful. Thanks a lot for watching, and keep those questions coming.